437 marks. So we have a list of names. Mountain region champions. We have Kamau Nick Warren, 435 marks. He's from Emmanuel Academy in Murang'a County. And then Sandra Muthoni Kariuki, who scored 434 marks. She's from Nyeri Complex in Nyeri County. Karen Ongoi Mwaniki, 434, Green Cottage Academy in Murang'a County. Arnold Mutwiri, 433, Kadhigiri Boarding, Meru County. Vincent Mirigi, 432, Kadhigiri Boarding, Meru County. We also have 2 from Kirinyaga County, another one from Meru County. Wow. Ruto Celine Mura, 429, Fred's Academy, that's in Meru County. And then we have Leonard Manimba Air Force Junior Boarding School, Kirinyaga County. We have Timothy Mandela, 428, Kadhigiri Boarding, that's in Meru County. We have Kinoti Barbara Kirote, 428, Fred's Academy, Meru County. And then Kamutu Memory Nduta, 428, Good Shepherd Academy, Nyeri County. Brayson Monene, 427, Fred's Academy, Meru County. And Christine Ngina, 427, Fred's Academy, Meru County. So wow. Fred's Academy has quite a number. How many?
And Kadhigiri.
And Kadhigiri.
It's not Kadhigiri, it's Kadhigiri. Oh.
They have just one eye, yeah, I think it's Kadhigiri. Should be Bingiri. It's not even
So
Ngi?
It's Ngi.
Oh my god. Okay. So apparently Kadhigiri Boarding had 1, 2, 3 students. No, actually 4. They had 4. And then Fred's Academy, Meru County had also had 4. Yeah.
Wow. So it's Kirinyaga
and
Meru
and Murang'a and Nyeri.
Nyeri not that much.
Well, we have
I think Nyeri 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. And Murang'a has
1, 3. No, just 2. We have the top.
It has 3.
There's 435 and 434. Oh yeah, and 432.
And then Kirinyaga has 3 also.
Yeah.
Meru has 4.
Meru has 8.
It's still wow.
4 from Fred's and 4 from Kadhigiri.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think the same story is still on the front page of the Star newspaper. Private schools top, public schools trail academies in list of best performers as more than 9,000 candidates score above 400 marks. Ministry guarantees transition to high school, of course. And of course here they highlight public schools and private schools. So out of the 36 schools, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 schools are public
schools.
Yeah, the rest private schools.
And do you actually agree that, because the notion out there is that private schools are better than public schools?
Yeah,
they are better.
Yes,
in terms, but it's in terms of facilitation and resources, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the only place where there's a difference. I know these other ones from public schools have to wake up in the morning and walk to school
and carry water and
it's
firewood
and food
and firewood
and
for the teachers. Yeah.
Okay.
Some public.
Oh yeah, that's so sad.
Very
and then you see for the private ones, you just wake up and you have
they are picked
bread and
by a school bus,
bacon, and then
and they have some good breakfast.
Yeah.
The one in
this
public
break time
schools,
tea.
Oh yeah, this break time tea before lunch. The one
and before you leave from school, there's
school,
also the 4 o'clock tea.
Wow.
Yeah.
The one in public school carried food. By the time he or she is eating that food, it is cold.
Cold, or maybe it's
already
spoiled.
She even got tempted and ate the food before lunchtime.
So when lunchtime comes, you're like, life is not easy.
But anyway, I like how the education ministry now guaranteed 100% transition. So at least they somehow try to place them on an equal playing field.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so and the same story of KCPE goes on to page 2, page 3, still on page 4. It's still on page 5, but with a different perspective. Key players who delivered credible exams. Professor George Magoha and P.S. Bello Kipsang among those who played the crucial role. So this year's KCP exams, whose results were released in a record of 17 days after completion, proved successful after Education CS Professor George Magoha took over the ministry in March this year. So they've actually put some details here of Professor George Magoha. So education, he was born in 1952. And he undertook his primary school in Yala, Siaya in Nairobi. And then he joined Starehe Boys Center and Strathmore College. Wow. He then proceeded to the University of Lagos in Nigeria, where he studied medicine. He fathered his studies in surgery. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Nat Sekjen Sosion trying to, you know, fire some shots to Magoha and tell him that the education ministry is not surgical room. Oh,
but yeah, as you can see, he's doing a good job.
He's doing great, actually.
Like, clearly, these are the results.
And do you know he said that none of his surgeries has ever gone wrong, ever?
Yeah, because he's a very strict guy, I think.
Yeah, and he's keen on
the
slightest details.
Very true.
Wow.
But it's amazing how like 9,770 candidates scored at least 401 marks.
Yeah, and above. That was impressive.
Impressive.
Though again, it was lower. The number was lower than last time.
Last time?
Yeah, last time it was about 11,000 who scored 400 marks and above.
Wow.
But again, it's a good thing because it means that this time, even those who scored about 390 and 380 might also stand a chance of joining national schools. So it's a good thing.
Wow. So 243,320 are total of the candidates who scored between 301 to 400 marks.
Wow.
Yeah. And then 8 billion shillings has been used to help improve infrastructure in some 110 sub-counties across 30 counties to accommodate all who sat this year's exam.
8 billion.
8 billion shillings.
Wow. You know, I had someone say that nowadays education has also sort of become like a basic need on top of food, shelter and clothing.
Yeah.
Because if you
education
can spend 8 billion,
to facilitate just, the exams.
Means it's quite basic.
Yeah, and then on teenage pregnancies, Magoha said only 10 cases were reported, down from 50 cases. Down from 50 cases last year. Amen. Last year was just dramatic.
It was so much.
Wow. And then candidates registration data shows that 18 counties, Kakamega, Nairobi, Meru, Bungoma, Vihiga, Busia, Kiambu, Siaya, Kitui, Embu, Kisumu, Elgeyo Marakwet, Tharaka Nithi, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, Trans Nzoia, Mombasa and Bomet registered more female candidates than the male. And only 3 had the highest candidature in the exam, with Nairobi having 62,000, Kakamega having 54,000, and Nakuru County having 53,225. Counties with the lowest candidature were Lamu with only 2,959. Isiolo had 3,454, while Samburu registered 4,793 candidates. So Magoha announced that only 4 candidates were disqualified over impersonation, which was the most notable cheating method.
No exam was leaked, by the way, in history. No paper was leaked.
So impersonation, I mean, you're going to, you just, anyway, you don't have the skills.
And I heard him say that the whole impersonation issue has nothing to do with the students. It's purely on maybe the parents or the teachers.
Yeah. On policy issues, Magoha said some 14 million textbooks had been printed and were being distributed to schools for implementation of grade 4 of the competency-based curriculum. So he says, and I quote, by December 17th, all the textbooks will have been distributed to schools, and by January 6th next year, national rollout of grade 4 under CBC will take place.
Wow. And Magoha has really pushed for the
That's
CBC.
How efficient. Yeah.
If the CBC was being, like piloted by just any other weak person, it would have flopped. He has really fought.
Yeah.
Okay, so on my end, in the Daily Nation, on the 5th page, needy learners to get scholarships. Some 9,000 needy students joining Form 1 next year will benefit from a new full scholarship program to be rolled out by the government in an effort to further improve the transition rates from primary school. So let me see if they have the number. They haven't 9,000 actually. I had already read the number. So 9,000 needy students are going to get fully funded scholarships to secondary school. Yeah, it's amazing.
At least they get to.
They are sure.
Go to school and build the country.
Yeah.
Like Gina Keta was saying. She was talking about this one person is supposed to go and, you know,
study petroleum engineering.
And it's just one person and you're addressing a whole lot of unemployed youths who've gone to school. They have their papers.
Which they are using as their pillows.
Yeah.
Because they have nowhere to take the papers.
We have like first class honors students sleeping in the streets.
In the streets and washing cars.
And you're telling us to have unique skills.
Yeah, that we can acquire, then come back to the community. And I was wondering, you know, not all communities have some of these resources or, you know, things like oil. Because now, what would you tell? Meru County is known for Mira, right? So what would you tell a youth?
Do carts, Mira engineering.
Mira engineering, probably.
Yeah, or Mira farming.
Agriculture or something, I don't know. Moving on the 6th page of the Daily Nation this morning, it still matters KCPE 2019. However, we have a rare photo of Kenya National Union of Teachers boss Wilson Sossion and the Teachers Service Commission CEO Nancy Macharia. And they are whispering, Sossion is whispering something into Macharia's ear and she's smiling. It looks like the beef was not meant to last for long.
Well, most of the times these people are not actually
enemies.
Yeah. it was the members. Members are like this and that. Yeah. It's like how you'll see, you know, our political leaders talk to each other, you know,
in public,
over breakfast and all these things. They're laughing, they're hugging, you know. But when it comes to the paper and when it comes to news, huyo
mtu wa vitendawili. Okay, so they say teachers shortage. TSC response. Ms. Nancy Macharia, the CEO of TSC, said the agency has hired 5,000 secondary school teachers this year and is recruiting 10,000 interns. It's all in the spirit of, you know, making sure that the schools, by the way, the secondary schools have to be ready to absorb all these students who just got their results, received their results for KCPE, because guaranteeing a 100% transition also calls for making sure you have enough classes, enough teachers, enough desks, enough books. So it's a good thing, really. Wow, top special needs students got 414 marks. It's impressive.
Very.
The top candidate with special needs scored 414 marks in the 2019 KCPE. 10 others also scored over 400 marks. 211 between 300 and 400 marks, or 211 special needs students scored between 300 and 400, and then 726 scored between 102 and 300 marks. The exam is also graded for a possible 500. Wow. What? Do you think it's okay? You know how they are graded as the rest, but they're doing it anyway, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this was able to get this student was able to get 414 marks.
Yeah. And he or she is a special needs student.
Yeah.
Wow, and they are using a braille. They are probably visually impaired, hearing impaired. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's progress. At least they're doing something. Yeah. Teachers in that sector, that department, are doing something. And then, still on KCP matters. So guys, as you know, as you all know, 1,083,456 candidates sat the exams. And girls bet boys in languages, and there's a drop in mathematics. Yeah, so a number of candidates who scored 400 and above or just, there's a drop. Yeah. So according to the results announced yesterday by Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha, the number of candidates fell from 11,559 last year to 9,770. However, there was a marked rise in the number of candidates who scored between 301 to 400 marks as compared to 2018. So last year it was 223,862 candidates scored between 301 and 400 marks compared to 243,320 this year. Another 566 was between 201 and 300 marks. Yeah, so according to the 2019 results, 543,582 boys, that was 50.1%, and 539,874 girls, 49.9% wrote the exams. So female candidates performed better than their male counterparts in English, Kiswahili, and Kenya Sign Language, but ceded ground in maths, science, and social studies. Last year, 50% of the candidates scored over 200 marks, with two tying at the top with 453 marks. This year, there was improvement in 4 out of 7 subjects, namely English, Kiswahili, Kenya Sign Language, and social studies. There was a slight drop in maths performance. I mean, maths is,
Maths is what?
No, maths, every time we have, like, it's not a good report when it comes to mathematics.
It's really?
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was speaking to a colleague yesterday whose sister searched for the KCPE, and he was seeing how the sister is not happy with her performance in maths, because apparently she expected a 98, but she ended up getting a 92. And I'm like, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
92 and 98, you're just good to
It's
go.
still an
At least you
right?
tried. Yeah.
They'll realize that when they come to high school, and mostly campus, it doesn't matter. It's an A, it's an A. End of story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless if it's supposed to be like 1.2 an A and it's called lesser.
Yeah, that's what it would hurt. Okay, on the 11th page of the Daily Nation, Form 1 selection begins today. The selection of Form 1 places begins today and should be concluded by December 2nd. That is according to Education CS George Magoha. This person does not even joke with time. The teachers won't even breathe.
They're not going to breathe.
So speaking when releasing the 2019 KCPE results, Professor Magoha said that the third year running, all the learners who completed the primary level education this year will be admitted into secondary schools as the government implements the 100% transition policy. Yeah. So just when, and he said that some teachers slept at 4 a.m. That was when Sunday night. You were just, getting everything ready and in place for the release.
The results.
Yeah, now yesterday. Some slept as late as 4 a.m.
It's a big deal for the teachers. You want to know that hard work from class 1.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, because the teachers also work equally hard.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the primary school teachers, they work so hard. You take a baby to school with just a pen and a book, and the baby knows nothing. And then the baby comes back, can read, can write, can spell, can do all that. They actually put in a lot of work. And you actually walk the journey with this kid all the way to class 8. Tell me, how about that? It's a big deal.
You'll be like, I want to know these results more than anyone else.
Yeah, but the teachers also feel like they have a big role to play. Yeah. And they want to know what happens.
And when students fail in the exam, you're like, I know. I'm
the teacher? Yeah, basically.
This is so sad. When they fail, you fail.
No wonder they used to get so upset and set as some targets.
If you don't get to this mark, and then when all of you pass in their subject, they are very happy.
Yeah, they probably motivate you.
And they're also motivated because they'll be taken to the next level.
Them?
Probably. Once in a blue moon.
All right. Still on the 11th page of the Daily Nation, 5,530 learners missed the examinations. So a total of 5,530 KCPE candidates did not sit the examination. This is according to Education CS George Magoha. as he was releasing the exam results. So out of the registered 1,088,986 candidates, only 1,083,456 sat the exam. And I'm wondering where this 5,530 went to. So let me see. Majority of the absentees were actually boys at 2,794. And then the girls were 2,736. No, actually, yeah. And then the highest number of absent candidates recorded was in, guess which county?
In Meru.
Meru County.
012.
Had the highest number of absent candidates at 407, and then Turkana County 385 did not sit for the KCPE.
What is wrong with it?
Despite having registered.
Why?
I think maybe they were, I don't want to say married off. I don't know.
Could be. Maybe something happened and... What explains this number? 407 candidates did not sit for the exam in Meru County.
It's a very large number.
Drastic. Anyway, guys, moving from the KCPE, it's all over.
Yeah. Wow. From the front page to page 13. Let's see if we have.
I think it's the same case here.
So on the 12th and 13th page of the Daily Nation, we have candidates, photos of candidates who did really well. So if you want to see that, maybe someone you know, or your son or your daughter is on the page, grab your copy of the Daily Nation.
Yeah, and also, you see, the Sun newspaper has decided to put down all their names. I don't know how many these are.
Let me see.
But I guess some of the top candidates. To 403 marks.
Let me see. I'm looking for someone I know who did really well.
Have you found them?
Well, what is this based on? Some of the top candidates, because I'm seeing here.
Okay, the list was compiled from results provided by parents and teachers. It is not the official list from the Ministry of Education.
Okay, yeah, because clearly some names are not here.
Yeah.
But it's a good feeling, having your name on a national daily. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so on the 14th page of the Sun newspaper, editorial segment, government should complete old projects before launching others. Yeah? So to its credit, the Jubilee administration has launched a huge number of development projects since it took the reins from President Mwai Kibaki in 2013. So due to devolution, there's a possibility President Uhuru Kenyatta's government has initiated the highest number of projects compared to any of his predecessors. You want to agree with me?
Yeah, well, initiated, right?
Yeah.
But completing them?
Well, it's another task.
It's a different story.
There are innumerable projects, roads, hospitals, stadia, schools, among others, initiated by the national and county governments across the country. Some people who never dreamt they would ever have electricity or tarmac roads are now full of gratitude to the government for providing these utilities. Kenyans are already reaping benefits from the Jubilee projects. Unfortunately, some of the projects, and they are many, launched by the government stalled after the gobbling up millions of shillings. Like the Kimirena roll. That one is so painful.
It's the biggest, the mother of all grafts.
Yeah. Construction of Ruringo Stadium in Nyeri 2 stalled even after the government pumped 64 million into the project.
Oh my God.
And remember also the Arol and Kimarel, there was money.
Yeah.
There was money.
It was actually 67 billion.
Oh, goodness.
That's a lot of money.
So from the look of things, Jubilee's promise to build stadia in several counties is fast turning into a pipe dream. You remember? Every county had to have. At least in Meru we have.
In Meru County we have. Embu County also has a stadium. But you can't have stadiums in all counties because not all counties really do that well in sports. Like Turkana County, for instance.
But this was a promise.
I stand to be corrected, but
it was a promise.
You can have a stadium and then people will go to be basking there or watching their cattle or sheep from the stadium.
So, besides stadia, there are all a manner of unfinished projects in virtually every corner of the country, which were abandoned after a lot of money was expended on them. There are roads that were only built halfway and hospitals that were never built. Like, you remember that governor that was trying to open some
Launch a road.
Launch, yeah.
Oh my God,
and the
it was
road
in Nyandarua County.
Yeah.
And it's a Maram road.
And you're wondering.
They have hired a DJ. I'm like, what are you launching? And they have spent money. There's a lunch on just to launch a Maram road, which any person, like the residents of that area, can agree and dig the road, and it's fine, really. I think what the Jubilee government did is they bit more than they could chew.
But at least they have like 2 years.
I don't think they'll hack it because right now they are dealing with a lot. There's Keleweke, there's Tangatanga, there's the BBI.
Instead of majoring on these projects, we have news right, left, and center. Keleweke did this, Tangatanga did this. Yes, we know it's politics, but when it comes to working, please, I mean, deliver.
Yeah, I mean, whether you are Team Keleweke or Tangatanga, people have to go to hospital, people have to drink water, people have to eat. That does not change. And
remember, there's a promise. There are promises, not just a promise.
Especially the one that hit me so hard was the jobs for the youth. That one I'll never forget.
That one and the laptop.
Oh my God.
Laptops for classroom.
That one flopped like this.
It went down, went south.
Okay, so on the 21st page, since everyone seems to be about KCPE, we want to talk about something different. The county news. In Lamu County, a woman rep decries rising cases of HIV and drug abuse in coast counties. So woman rep Rueda Obo has raised the alarm over rising cases of youth abusing drugs in the coast region. Speaking during an award ceremony called 100 Most Influential Kenyan Muslims at the Swahili Cultural Center in Mombasa, Ms. Obo, legislator, said that drug abuse was undermining the social and economic development of the county. So she urged Muslims in the region to be proactive in fighting drug abuse. She also raised concerns over the rise of HIV infections in the county. Blaming the trend on drug abuse, she urged the coastal counties to also address the issue of drug abuse. Well, drug abuse and STDs go hand in hand somehow. Probably because, drug abuse impairs your judgment. So you end up falling for everything because you can't stand for anything.
Being reckless.
Yeah. And then in Kisumu County, specifically in Siaya, police hot on the trail of criminals who kidnapped 5-year-old girl. Police in Kisumu are investigating the kidnapping of a 5-year-old girl at Holo Market in Seme on Tuesday. The kidnappers are demanding 150,000 shillings ransom. In Tharaka Nithi County, pay attention to boys too. Elders urge the government and NGOs. Elders have urged the government to pay as much attention to boys as it does to the empowerment of girls. Addressing journalists in Chogore yesterday, members of the Ameru Njori Ncheke Council of Elders said boys were resorting to drug abuse and committing suicide due to frustrations. You agree, I'm sure. I have heard you a couple of times, always been like boy child.
Yeah.
Boy child is
like the segment in my show, my radio show, every Monday we talk about the boy child.
And what do the boy child actually say?
The boy child is nowhere to be seen.
What are they saying?
They are nowhere to be seen. I don't know what happens. They don't show up.
I think the attention is so much, channeled to the girl child, and
until
the boy
they
child
forget that
it's suffocating down there.
Yeah, is that about me? Because I remember yesterday I was talking about mental issues and was asking what should be done to the boy child. I mean, at what point should he open up? Which forum should he open up? How should we encourage the boy child to open up?
And the response?
The response was sometimes that he just wants to be left alone. He has too much to deal with.
Like what?
Sometimes we don't create a safe space.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We were like judging all that and yelling and screaming at them and telling
them kangumu mwanaume ni kusurvive.
And the society also doesn't give them a safe environment and safe
To
space
express themselves.
to express and cry.
I mean, the other day someone was telling me how she approached a certain very young man and he looks lost in his thoughts. And then that lady asks the young man, are you okay? The man says yes. And then the lady is not convinced. And then she asks again, are you really okay? And then the man breaks down. So you wonder, what is this young man dealing with?
A lot.
Like, he can't even express it, he just explodes.
I think when they're given a safe space, you realize that men can cry better.
Sounds like a debate. Men can cry better than women. Then we have
Well,
with the right platform.
Yeah, when you give them the right space. And there's a point that came up yesterday. Someone told me that, you see, I didn't really think about this. It's a mom who takes care of the son, and the dad takes care of the daughter.
In the same house, same home.
Yeah, in of course in a family setup, so that when the boy child is going through issues, they go talk to the mom, because the mom is soft, and the mom will be like, wait, nini. But you see, when the guy has issues, maybe a msichana or something, but there's somebody drew themselves from the 6th floor yesterday and died in Nairobi near Estate and Bakasi.
Oh my God!
Because alikataliwa na msichana. Yeah, so he didn't think twice or thrice. He just menikata and killed himself, committed suicide. It's sad. So at that point came up that the boy child goes to the mom and the girl child
goes to the
dad.
So that's supposed to help them open up, or that is how things are?
That's
normally?
how things are. I mean, it's a makeup of family.
Then why is the boy child
That's why you hear mama's boy. That's why you hear daddy's
girl. Okay.
Yeah, so still on the 14th page of the Sun newspaper, there's a beautiful story here. Julie Masiga, don't find excuses for men who kill spouses. So once again, a man is the prime suspect in the killing of a woman and her 2 children. And once again, there's a chorus line of male apologies talking about we need to hear his side of the story.
First of all, it's the law.
So she says, I even read some comments on social media suggesting that we need to speak to the alleged killer nicely so that he can open his heart and let us know what pushed him to kill his children and their mother. Really?
There's no justification. 3
bodies were discovered piled atop each other in a shallow grave, and your first thought is to consider the feelings of the suspects. Okay. And then she goes on ahead to say, I will admit that there is value in understanding the factors that contribute to the commission of gruesome crimes, including things like a criminal state of mind, their mental and emotional health, etc. Some understanding of why certain crimes happen is useful in a preventative sense. In fact, researchers and academics gather this kind of information routinely. There's no shortage of studies on the root causes of things like intimate partner femicide, parent-offspring's conflict, and fathers who kill. The information that these studies provide is at optimum utility before a crime occurs. But when things move from being factors that may have contributed to a murder and become the reasons a murder occurred, the conversation changes. At that point, those reasons exit the court of public opinion and enter the criminal justice system. There, a judge and jury will assess the circumstances around the crime, pronounce themselves on the culpability of the accused, and decide on the most suitable punishment within the ambits of the law. Out here in the world, the first reaction to the deaths of the 3, two of whom had barely ever lived, should be empathy for the victims and their families, and not some random theorizing on gender relations, and even less so the twisted belief that men don't kill women unless they are provoked.
No.
Worse still is the casting of grown men as boy child or boy children who are being dominated by evil gargle of matriarchs.
She's very vocal.
And you want to get the rest of that, just grab a copy of the Sun newspaper.
That's on the 14th page.
Yeah.
Okay, so the county roundup on the 22nd and 23rd page of the Daily Nation as we wind up. In Nakuru County, Naivasha-based farmer Magdalene Maura, there's a photo of her handing over cabbage to the European Union ambassador to Kenya, Simon Modio, after he toured her farm at Ndabibi yesterday. Looking on is the WWF Kenya Chief Executive Officer, Mohamed Ao. In the Mount Kenya region, Kirinyaga County, MPs tell Kenyans to reject referendum push. Gatundu South MP Moses Kuria has told Kenyans to reject the push for a referendum to change the constitution, claiming that those agitated for changes want more seats created for the few rich. In Nyeri County, Sports Kenya row with ASK over stadium. Sports Kenya is preparing to take full control of the historical Rurengo Stadium in Nyeri, following an out-of-court settlement of a long-standing ownership dispute with the Agricultural Society of Kenya, that's the ASK. In Meru County, drive to ensure public offices have toilets. Really? So the Public Health Department in Meru County has started inspecting banks.
We don't have toilets.
We don't have toilets. Do we have toilets in banks, actually? No. In supermarkets? No. And other... Why don't you have toilets in these places? Let me finish.
I mean, you just need to grab
to ensure that they have toilets. Speaking Meru Town, ahead of the World Toilet Day being marked today. Wow, today is the World Toilet Day.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Amazing.
Happy World Toilet Day.
I hope you have a toilet.
You better have a toilet. The County Public Health Director, John Inanga, said lack of toilets in public premises is a major cause of bladder, rectal and bowel ailments, as customers have to withhold calls of nature for
Come
long.
on.
This young man has a point, actually.
So wait, you are going to buy something in the supermarket and you need
But sometimes
to use
the
the
queue is
bathroom.
long. Have you been to a certain supermarket here in Makutano?
But wait,
When you make a mistake and shop at about 6, you will queue for quite some time.
forever. But you see, the point is there are public toilets out there.
Where?
Where? What do you mean?
I haven't
where?
seen a public toilet around that place. It's probably the next one is like in town. Or maybe. Anyway, I think this young man has a point, Joy. Sometimes you go to a bank and you are supposed to take, okay, fine, 10 minutes. But somehow your transaction takes longer than 10 minutes. And you
Go out,
have to hold a
go
call
look
of nature.
Go look for public toilets out. Use
Yeah,
them
wambie mtu
and go
nishikie
back.
line and then come back.
Yeah, then come back.
Well, I think something needs to be done.
But sometimes I
I
think
don't see-
people will take advantage of, like unaingia kwenye benki and then you just where are the washrooms? Like sometimes in the hotels, some people will not be buying anything.
Yeah.
Unaingia tu kwa hoteli unakaa chini unasema just a minute. Well, washrooms.
Yeah. People will misuse them.
Yeah.
But I think it's an awesome initiative, yeah? Given that there are actually health issues that come with holding calls of nature for long. Okay, so in Kilifi County, hotels decry invasion of beach by entertainers. In Lamu County, land rights defenders afraid after death threats. In Mombasa County, residents call for quick repair of highway. In Nyamira County, 3 villagers linked to wave of robberies arrested. In Migori County, residents protest against poor state of Border Road. Kisumu County, NY wants fair women representation at all levels. Wow. So as we cry for the boy child, women still want more. In Kisii County, county in talks with new avocado plant investor. In Isiolo County, raiders want probe into their training expedited. In Mandera County, terror suspect denies being Shabab member. Bomet County investors urge to build hostels as varsity grows. Baringo County peace pact signed in bid to end conflict in 5 counties. And Nakuru County, families of Naivasha dry port land asked to move. Well, I hope they get compensated. Yeah, so with that, we are wrapping up our newspaper review. I hope you grabbed something, from all the stories we've covered. And of course, happy World Toilet Day.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was long. 28.
This is Destiny TV.
Do you want to secure the destiny of your child today on a high standard firm holistic Christian foundation? Destiny Academy is exactly what you are looking for. We provide excellent international standard educational services and facilities with highly competent, experienced and professional trained teachers. Our educational services and facilities are the best and extremely affordable. At Destiny Academy, we provide a highly nutritious, well-balanced and delicious diet to all our pupils in a serene, secure and comfortable Christian environment. Our curriculum is competency-based, comprising Preschool 1 and Preschool 2. Admission for Unit 1 is ongoing for the first term 2020. We are located across River Cathedral, a JHP mega tent. Note that the new school in the new site is under construction now. For more inquiries, contact us on 0721 891712 or 0725 998 557 or 0724 156 703. Email us on destinyacademy@gmail.com. Destiny Academy, shaping the future today.
Mommy shark do 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 do.
The fighting got so bad that I left. I wasn't pregnant. I left. The guy came and said, "Oh, baby, oh,
He came crying to
I'm
you.
sorry." Yes.
You got pregnant to keep the man.
Yes.
The man never changed.
Not at all. It actually got worse. And for me, it plunged me into real, now alcohol. That was me. By this time, I was smoking.
Christian. Okay. So you found yourself now.
So I found myself
in those
in this. You guys, my
feeling
guy.
emotional.
You.
Every day, people leave their home to the market either to buy or sell. A majority do not have an idea on where to sell or where to get what they want. Why? What is not marketed is not known. Not advertising is like stopping a watch to save time. Worry no more. Destiny Television and Destiny Radio are here to connect you to your next client. Talk to us for your business visibility and improved sales. For more information, contact us on 0721 140 831 or 0724 156 703. Destiny Television, impacting your life. The Hotel Azri Meru is a modern boutique hotel located within the serene Milimani area. With stunning views of the Nyambene Hills and Mount Kenya, we offer exceptional amenities catering to business and leisure travelers looking for modern stylish convenience. Our a la carte menu offers a wide range of African and international cuisines expertly prepared to suit your taste. With rooms that offer modern stylish interiors, we bring both comfort and tranquility to you. The Hotel Azri Meru welcomes you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you looking for a super contractor? Then choose Elegance Contractors, dealers in building, water and roadworks, architectural and structural drawings, estimates, material schedules, and site supervision. It's an NCA registered company and can work countrywide. Our offices are located at Murerwa Building, Kirokori Road, opposite Nchege Plaza, ground floor. Quality, competence, honesty, and good workmanship are our 4 key agendas to delivering your best needs. Elegance General Contractors, we look forward to working with you. For more information, call Engineer Ken on 0722 349 245. This is Destiny TV.
Yo, bless the Lord when you come soul to the world, you know. She wanna go and set up and create it, set it together. She you make it. Kuna bwana moja wa kicha alipenda kuomba chakula kwa mama fulani, mama fulani. Siku moja yule mama alipanga amtilie sumu yule wazimu wa kila afe aondoke kabisa. Kule njiani alipotana na watoto wa yule mama, akawagawanyia kile chakula. Watoto wake wakala wakafa, yule wazimu akabaki mzima. Ishara kwamba unayoyatenda unajitendea mwenyewe. Watoto wake wakala wakafa, yule wazimu akabaki mzima. Ishara kwamba unayoyatenda unajitendea mwenyewe. Ukitenda mema unajitendea mwenyewe, ukitenda maovu unajitendea mwenyewe. Ukitenda mema unajitendea mwenyewe, ukitenda maovu unajitendea mwenyewe. Salimia watu pesa huisha, gari upata pancha, hivi ni vitu vya dunia. Hichi kidole nacho wanyoshea watu, vingine vinne ninajinyoshea mwenyewe. Hichi kidole nacho wanyoshea watu, vingine vinne ninajinyoshea mwenyewe. Ninaozungumza nao juu ya wenzangu, wanazungumza nao juu yangu mimi. Naozungumza nao juu ya wengine jamani,
Yomokonzambe salila yangu naelikana ngana pesio inamusale nanga